Did you know there's a simple morning habit that can reduce your risk of stroke by 50%? If you're over 60, this information is crucial for you. Many older adults wake up each day without knowing that in the first 30 minutes after getting up, their body is at its most vulnerable point. Blood pressure rises, blood flow changes, and a small oversight can have serious consequences. But the good news is that a simple change in your routine could make all the difference. Would you like to know what it is? When we talk about longevity and disease prevention, few imagine that the first actions of the day can mark the difference between health and a medical emergency. However, various studies have confirmed that the minutes after waking represent a critical moment for older people. Blood pressure usually increases sharply during this period, and if the body isn't well prepared, that small change can trigger a stroke. Have you ever felt dizzy or confused when getting out of bed? You're not alone, and this symptom shouldn't be ignored. One of the key factors influencing this risk is morning dehydration. During the night, through breathing and sweating, we naturally lose fluids. Although you don't feel it, you wake up slightly dehydrated. And that lack of water thickens the blood, making circulation difficult. In an older adult, this can mean a greater propensity for clots that block flow to the brain. But there's a solution as simple as it is effective: drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake up. Drinking 200 to 300 milliliters of room temperature water in the first minutes of the day helps restore fluid balance, facilitates circulatory system function, and reduces blood viscosity. It's a habit with no side effects, no costs, and enormous benefits. Additionally, it stimulates kidney function, eliminates toxins accumulated during the night, and awakens the body more gently than any coffee. In the long term, this simple action can become a protective shield for your brain. If you take medications in the morning, this habit is even more important. Water improves pill absorption and accelerates their effect in the body. Without it, medications can take longer to take effect or not work as they should. Therefore, if you're being treated for hypertension, diabetes, or cholesterol, starting the day with a glass of water is a concrete way to care for your health from the first moment. It doesn't require willpower, just intention. To facilitate this new habit, you can leave a glass or bottle on your nightstand before sleeping. This way, when you wake up, you'll have it within reach, with no excuses or forgetfulness. You can even add a few drops of lemon if you want an extra boost for your digestion and circulation. But if you prefer to keep it simple, natural water is enough. This small change in your daily routine can help you significantly reduce stroke risk without you even noticing it. Try it tomorrow morning. Take a moment, sit on the bed, and slowly drink your glass of water. Observe how your body feels. Many people report feeling less dizzy, more alert, and with better mental clarity. And if you already do this every morning, congratulations, you're protecting your brain intelligently. After hydrating upon waking, there's another crucial detail that many older people overlook: the silent stress that activates as soon as we open our eyes. Although you don't realize it, your mind can start racing with thoughts about medical appointments, household tasks, or family worries. That whirlwind of ideas triggers cortisol, the stress hormone, which increases blood pressure, inflames arteries, and hardens the circulatory system. Just the opposite of what you need when starting the day. To counteract that silent impact, one of the most powerful and underestimated practices is conscious breathing. You only need 5 minutes. You don't need a yoga mat or meditation app. Just sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe slowly and deeply. Inhale, counting to 4. Hold the air for 4 seconds, then exhale slowly, also counting to 4. Repeat this cycle for at least 5 minutes. This type of breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for calm, digestion, and rest. By reducing heart rate and relaxing blood vessels, your body enters a state of balance. This way, you avoid pressure spikes that often occur without symptoms and can trigger a stroke. Additionally, this moment of tranquility improves your focus, mental clarity, and mood for the rest of the day. Many older people who incorporate this morning practice comment that they feel less anxiety, sleep better at night, and feel more prepared to face daily challenges. And best of all, it costs nothing, doesn't interfere with your medications, and you can do it even sitting in bed. It's a simple but extremely powerful tool to protect your brain and heart from the first minutes of the day. If you wish, you can accompany this breathing with a prayer, personal reflection, or even soft music. The important thing is to give yourself that space of calm before starting your routine. This way, you go from an abrupt awakening to a conscious awakening, and that has lasting effects on your physical and emotional health. Don't underestimate the power of starting the day with serenity. Do you already practice some form of meditation or slow breathing in the mornings? Tell us in the comments what has worked for you. Sometimes, a small shared routine can inspire someone else to transform their day and their health from the simplest thing. Another morning habit that may seem harmless but has a direct impact on your stroke risk is the breakfast you choose. Many older people, out of habit or lack of information, start the day with foods loaded with sodium without knowing it. Processed cheese, cold cuts, industrial cereals, bread with butter, and even some instant soups or salty crackers are very common options. The problem is that after several hours of sleep, your arteries are more tense and your body more dehydrated. In that state, adding salt to the equation can be like pouring gasoline on fire. Excess sodium makes blood vessels contract even more, dangerously raising blood pressure. If you already have diagnosed hypertension, as occurs with many older adults, this impact can be even more severe. A salty breakfast can make you leave home with levels at the limit, without you knowing it. And what's most worrying is that symptoms aren't always evident. You could feel normal and yet be at risk. That's why reviewing your breakfast isn't an aesthetic or fashion matter, but a life decision. What can you do about it? Start by replacing those processed foods with more natural, low-sodium options. A bowl of unsweetened oatmeal, cooked in water or plant milk, accompanied by fresh fruits like banana or apple, is an excellent option. You can also prepare a boiled egg with steamed vegetables or a green smoothie with spinach, cucumber, and a touch of ginger. These combinations not only reduce sodium, but also provide potassium, fiber, and antioxidants that favor circulation and relax arteries. To add flavor without resorting to salt, you can use natural spices like turmeric, cumin, cinnamon, or oregano. These herbs have anti-inflammatory properties and help improve digestion. Additionally, they avoid fluid retention and bloating, which are common in older people. And most importantly, over time, your taste buds adapt, and you start to enjoy the real flavors of foods more. Eating well doesn't have to be boring or expensive. It just needs intention. Another practical tip is to always read labels. Many products that seem healthy or light hide alarming amounts of sodium. Sliced bread, flavored yogurts, ready-to-eat cereals, and bottled juices can have more salt than you imagine. The American Heart Association recommends not exceeding 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day in older adults. And a single, poorly chosen breakfast can make you exceed that limit without realizing it. Now that you know what to avoid at breakfast, let's talk about something equally important: moving. After sleeping 7 to 8 hours, your body has been completely at rest. Blood flows more slowly, muscles are cold, and circulation needs to be activated. And yet, many older people wake up, sit at the table, and remain immobile for another hour or more. This morning inactivity, although it may seem harmless, can increase stroke risk by leaving the cardiovascular system in a lazy and vulnerable state. But with just 10 to 15 minutes of gentle movement, you can completely reverse that situation. A light walk around the house, garden, hallway, or even in place activates circulation, increases brain oxygenation, and improves artery flexibility. Additionally, it helps regulate blood sugar and reduce cholesterol. You don't need to sweat or walk fast. What's important is that the body wakes up with movement, not with sedentarism. This small exercise improves not only physical health, but also mood. Morning walking has additional benefits for older adults. Studies have shown that people who take morning walks have lower risk of suffering strokes, both ischemic and hemorrhagic. They also present better memory, greater balance, and fewer falls throughout the day. The simple act of moving your legs, breathing fresh air, and activating your heart contributes to healthier and more autonomous aging. And if you can go outside, even better. Exposure to natural morning light regulates your circadian rhythm, which helps you sleep better at night and stay more alert during the day. If walking outside isn't possible for safety, health, or weather reasons, walking in place or going up and down the hallway is also valid. What's important isn't the place, but consistency. This morning ritual is a gift you give your body without spending anything. You can combine walking with deep breathing or listening to calm music to make it more pleasant. Even if you use a cane or walker, you can adapt this exercise to your pace and physical condition. What counts is taking that step, literally and symbolically, toward better health. Don't compare yourself to others. Do it your way, with patience and consistency. Every movement counts and every day adds up. After movement, there's a part of the body that's usually forgotten, but plays a fundamental role in brain health, the neck and shoulders. It's normal to feel stiffness or tension in this area upon waking, especially if you slept in an uncomfortable position or spent many hours without changing posture. What many don't know is that this stiffness can compress key arteries that carry blood directly to the brain. This compression, silent but constant, can reduce blood flow and increase the risk of a little-known type of stroke called vertebro-basilar insufficiency. This type of stroke affects the back part of the brain and can cause dizziness, blurred vision, difficulty speaking or walking, and what's most alarming is that it can develop without evident prior symptoms. But here's the good news. Dedicating just 3 minutes each morning to gently stretching your neck and shoulders can make a big difference. You don't need tools or experience, just attention and conscious movements. It's a simple and effective way to improve circulation to the brain and start the day with greater mental clarity. Start with slow, circular neck movements, first clockwise, then counterclockwise. Then, shrug your shoulders toward your ears and lower them slowly. Do this several times. After that, rotate your shoulders backward and forward in gentle circles. It's important not to make abrupt movements or force the range of motion. The goal is to loosen accumulated tension, oxygenate tissues, and allow blood to flow without obstacles. These stretches also help reduce the sensation of dizziness when getting up, something very common in older adults. In fact, many people report feeling more awake, less stiff, and with better mood after just a few minutes of stretching. If you've ever felt unsteady when standing up in the morning, this practice could be the missing key. Combining it with deep breathing amplifies the relaxing effects and activates energy without needing caffeine. Another important advantage of this habit is that it favors posture. By regularly stretching your neck and shoulders, you reduce the risk of muscle tensions, headaches, and nerve compression. This is especially useful if you spend a lot of time sitting during the day. An aligned body improves breathing, digestion, and even mood. And the best part, it's completely free, can be done in pajamas, and you don't need to leave home. To create the habit, try doing it right after drinking your glass of water. You can even place a reminder on your nightstand or next to the mirror. By repeating it daily, your body will start to expect it, and it will become a natural part of your awakening. As with everything related to health, consistency is what bears fruit. A small stretching routine can be the difference between a heavy morning and a day full of vitality. If you've already incorporated water, breathing, a healthy breakfast, light walking and stretching, there's still one of the most powerful and underestimated tools for preventing stroke: measuring your blood pressure every morning. This action, which takes less than a minute, could literally save your life. Hypertension is known as the silent killer, because it doesn't always cause evident symptoms. Many older people don't feel anything until it's too late. That's why monitoring your pressure daily is like having a direct window into what's happening inside your body. The best time to take the measurement is within the first hour after waking, before eating or drinking coffee. Why? Because it's at that moment when pressure is usually highest naturally. Detecting any alteration in time allows you to act before it becomes an emergency. All you need is a home arm blood pressure monitor, which is usually more accurate than wrist ones. Some models even come with memory function to save your daily records. Writing down each reading, whether in a notebook or an app, allows you to identify patterns. If you see that your numbers are rising, you can adjust your routine or consult your doctor before there are complications. And if you're already under treatment, this habit helps confirm if medications are working correctly. Studies show that older adults who monitor their pressure consistently have lower risk of stroke, heart attacks, and hospitalizations. Additionally, measuring pressure generates awareness. By seeing your numbers each day, you're more likely to care for your diet, physical activity, and stress levels. It's an act of responsibility toward yourself. It's not about living in fear, but living with information. Being attentive to your body is a form of self-love and a tool to maintain independence longer. No one wants to depend on others for a condition that could have been avoided with a simple routine. If you're forgetful, you can place your blood pressure monitor next to your glass of water or next to your alarm clock. There are also apps that send you daily reminders. You can even program an alarm with a personalized message like, "It's time to take care of yourself." And if you have a family member or caregiver, ask them to help you establish the habit. You're not alone, and your health is worth every second you invest in it. Remember that you should never change or suspend your medication just because one day your pressure came out well. That normalcy could be the effect of treatment. Any adjustment should be made only with medical supervision. And if one day you forget to take your pressure, don't punish yourself. Start again the next day. The key is consistency, not perfection. We've talked about what to avoid in the morning and habits that activate your body and protect your mind. But now it's time to talk about a fundamental pillar that, if neglected, nullifies much of the effort: blood pressure medication. Taking it at the right time, every day, can reduce stroke risk by up to 50%. However, it's surprising how many older adults forget this step or delay it without knowing the consequences. Even a few hours of forgetfulness can generate a pressure spike without you feeling it. These spikes are especially dangerous in the morning, right upon waking, when the body transitions from a state of rest to activity. If you have hypertension, this natural change can be aggressive to your arteries. That's where medication comes in. Its function is to smooth that transition and keep your pressure stable before you face the day's activities. But if you don't take your pill, that's why taking medication should become a morning priority, just like brushing your teeth. Ideally, it should be the first thing you do, even before breakfast or coffee. This helps the body absorb it better, and its effect activates just when it's needed most. If you take more than one medication, consider using a weekly pill organizer to help you organize each day's doses. Seeing it clearly makes it less likely you'll forget. Another very useful strategy is using reminders. You can place sticky notes on the bathroom mirror, program alarms on your phone, or use one of the many free apps designed for older adults. Some even allow you to keep a daily record of your hydration, steps, and blood pressure. Technology can be a powerful ally when used with a clear purpose, taking care of you. And if you're not familiar with these tools, ask for help from a family member or friend. Don't feel bad if you ever forgot a dose. It happens to all of us. What's important is returning to the routine and not allowing that forgetfulness to repeat frequently. Remember that feeling good doesn't mean you can suspend medication. Often you feel good precisely because you're taking treatment correctly. Changing or stopping it without consulting your doctor can put you in grave danger without you noticing. Making this habit non-negotiable not only protects your brain, it also preserves your independence, mental clarity, and quality of life. Many older people suffer avoidable deterioration for not following a routine as simple as taking their pill on time to the letter. Making it a natural part of your awakening is a way of telling your body, I'm here to take care of you. And your body, believe me, will respond with health and stability. Do you have any trick or system to remember your medications each day? Do you already do it as an automatic part of your morning? Leave your comment. Your experience can help others who are still struggling with consistency. Prevention begins with small acts of discipline. And when we talk about stroke risk, those small acts can save big things: your memory, your mobility, your life. Today, you've discovered that you don't need big investments or complicated treatments to protect your brain and heart. It just takes intention, consistency, and small changes when starting the day. Drinking water, moving gently, breathing consciously, choosing a nutritious breakfast, and taking your medication on time are simple acts, but with immense power. They're decisions that can mark the difference between active aging and one full of complications. Stroke prevention isn't out of your reach. Each new day is an opportunity to choose health, energy, and lucidity. Don't underestimate what you do in the first 30 minutes after waking. That's where the path to a longer and fuller life begins. And the best of all is that it's never too late to start. One habit at a time, one change today, a better tomorrow. If this video was useful to you, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other older adults or family members who could benefit from this information. Tell us in the comments which of these habits you already practice or which you're going to start tomorrow. Together we can build a healthier, more informed, and stronger community. Because taking care of yourself is the first step to taking care of those you love.